Welcome to Wisdom and Women Live. I'm Elizabeth Berry.
And I'm Jennifer Daw.
And we now have a microphone in the kitchen.
Microphone in the kitchen can be really dangerous. Whatever we do with the microphone.
Yes. Well, today we're actually in the kitchen. You saw us last time having some coffee. This time we have a bottle of white chilling for when we're done talking with you. And which, by the way, let's just start with a little vulnerable.
Just kind of to add on to, can you put me some? Okay, there we go.
Oh, wait.
Everywhere. Now we're going to smell vulnerability.
Okay, now we can really do this. Okay. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the topic of self-love. And self-love is one of the 4 pillars found in the book Own Your Vulnerability that we're going to be diving into this year. And it's really just something that I think it's important for us to realize and to manifest into our daily routines. And Jen, tell us about your discovery of self-love and what your feelings about the topic are.
Well, I'm really excited to talk about self-love today. And like you said, it's one of the 4 pillars in the book. And I think it's really, really, really important. In my experience of it, it really made a difference on how I view myself. It really boosted my self-confidence. And also, I've developed a lot of compassion by practicing self-love.
Compassion and empathy, all of those things just kind of come into play.
Yeah. And it was really, when it dawned on me, I was training to become a professional coach. And, you kind of unravel all of your being in the world and the way you view yourself and view others. And at the end of the program, I was literally like, wow, like the biggest thing I got was that I fell in love with myself. And it was kind of interesting because I'm a recovering perfectionist, as you know.
Competing with yourself.
Yeah, competing with myself. I gotta look good, perfect, and all that sort of thing. It's kind of unconscious, but like once you really develop that self-love and compassion, it doesn't matter anymore because you're like, oh yeah, I'm human.
Yep. And for me, I didn't start thinking about self-love until my early 30s when it became blatantly obvious that I needed to love myself more, and it dawned on me, and then this topic of self-love just kind of kept appearing, and I was like, well, how do I start to have more self-love? And I think a lot of us get in this trap, this daily routine where we're just so busy. And I, at the time, didn't know how to incorporate self-love into my day. I was so busy, and then once I realized, hey, I can listen to Wayne Dyer at night, I can stop working at a decent time and enjoy some quiet time to myself, all of the things started to change with me, and it just became something. It's not a race, and it's not something that you get overnight. It's really a journey.
Yeah, and it's really nice that you did that because self-love, it's not about something you can carry. Like, when you buy a smoothie, you have a smoothie in your hand, but when you want to fit self-love in your day, like you don't see it. It's something you nourish.
Yeah, it's definitely something like, and once you start to nourish it, it gets strong, and it's just an amazing part of your life. I mean, for me, just recently, I love myself so much that I had this inner confidence that I just chopped off all my hair. So,
and it looks fabulous.
But no, having a lot of self-love can actually give you that confidence to make choices, like cutting off your hair from here to here, where I have the same hairstyle as my boss, and and he's
no. You're far from looking from a man.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good, but those scary things come into play, and you have to self-love really just plays on your confidence, where you're like, all right, screw it, let's just do it.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what you said, I find like it makes everything else insignificant. Like you don't put as much significance on the things you do. Like if you don't like the hair,
people think.
Yeah. Like if you cut your hair, they're gonna go.
Yeah, and if I didn't like it, then it's fine, and I actually need a cut, and I'm gonna cut it even shorter tomorrow. So, in developing greater self-love, and in the book, there's 20 stories of just great women that go through these journeys. But we really just decided that it's important to have rituals, and like I said earlier, it's not a thing that you can just start doing very easily. You have to kind of like gradually get your way in. And so Jen, what are some of your rituals for self-love? Because in order to love yourself on a daily basis, you have to start incorporating things throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your year that kind of instill it within yourself.
Well, I mean, as far as ritual, it's funny because I have a hard time with structure. And it's funny because, right? And I help people do that, but it's always easier to do it for others and for ourselves. So for me, ritual, at first, I always saw it as, something like a routine. Like I was associating with routine. I have to do it a certain time a week, and it doesn't work for me. So rituals for me, what I do for self-love is everything that I love doing. Cooking, playing with my cats. I love taking bath with my Epsom salt and essential oil, obviously. Well, this one can't go in the bath, but I would if I could.
The next one.
But things like that, and really honoring my voice, because I'm a yes girl. So practicing saying no for me, that's something that I do as a ritual for self-love.
So self-love can be as much as taking a bath or incorporating no into your business routine. And for me, some of my self-love rituals are turning on my Pandora station, my Italian radio, or Nora Jones radio, or Greg Maroney, if any of you are into classical piano, and just making a great cup of tea or sitting with a glass of wine in my beautiful apartment, and just taking some quiet time for myself, just looking out the window, just something as simple as that, or being in the car and just belting out a tune and just letting my non-awesome voice just kind of shine in that car. But yeah, self-love it could be, again, from a bath to a song to just taking a moment out of your day. And we want to ask you to join with us. And today's the day to start something new for yourself.
Yeah. And think about it, if you can't pinpoint of what it is that you can do, like think about, mental, spirituality, what would be the other one? Spirituality, mental,
just anything holistic.
Yeah.
The idea of body, mind, spirit, connection, and remember to take the time to love yourself. And it's as easy as just Googling self-love and finding some of the best quotes out there. There's some great quotes if you just kind of put it in. Just look up Google Images or just Google a quote, and just when you find your great ritual, when you find something that just really energizes you, or maybe you have 20 rituals, we want you to tell us about it. Jen, give them some ideas.
Yeah, actually I have a list. I just reminded myself I have a list.
You made a whole list.
So I made a whole list from the book, 20 beautiful stories, but just to give you a little bit of ideas of what it could cover, because it could be emotional, spiritual, physical, mental. It could be something like embrace who you are, listen to your inner voice, give 100% to the things that are dear to you, make time for yourself, just beginning doing something, go within and take care of your own heart, forgive yourself daily, things like that.
Yeah. So we're into self-love and honoring ourselves, and it's really important to honor yourself. It's a part of owning vulnerability. This is the Vulnerability Movement 2016. I'm Elizabeth Barry.
And I'm Jennifer.
And we're so happy to have you at Wisdom in Women Live in the kitchen with a microphone and some wine.
Yay.
Let's do a little cheers.
All right. Cheers to you, ladies.
And to self-love.
And to self-love.
Oh, we got a drink. Wait.
Oh. Oh, like that?
Like, having self-love is being totally cheesy.
Right.
Either if you're by yourself or with your friends. So, own it.
Au natural.
In Italian. Au naturale.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.